absolutely blows my mind that all of a sudden it's such shame that Bobby's sitting up here and he's questioning science, because I guarantee you if he was sitting here and he was going to be the secretary of HHS underneath the former President Biden, which I enjoy saying former president, I would bet you that you guys would have his back 100% and enjoy the fact that he's questioning science and would probably support his positions 100%. But because he's now on the Republican side, you guys have went way off the rail. And how dare he question science? My God, if we didn't question science, where would we be today? We've always questioned science. Science is always evolving and always changing. Have a glass of wine a day, it's healthy for you. Don't have a glass of wine a day. Have a piece of chocolate a day, it's healthy for you. Dark chocolate is healthy for you. Take an aspirin a day, as Senator Rand Paul pulled out. I mean, where would we be today if we didn't ever question science? But I will say there's an issue that I have as a father of 6, that when my kids come out from getting their vaccines, they look like a freaking pincushion. I mean, 72 vaccinations? I think there's a reason we should be questioning this. When you start looking at the rise of autism, why wouldn't we be looking at everything? Who wouldn't want to look at everything? Give me anybody in this room that doesn't know somebody that you're personally connected to that one of their children doesn't suffer from some severity of autism. Give me one. And you guys are all saying that Bobby can't question it? I don't get it, guys. I don't understand your point, other than the fact you just oppose him because he supports a president that you guys don't like now. I applaud him for going into the situation and saying, let's question something. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. Is it not true that you're supposed to question science? Is anybody going to question the fact that that's not true? Bobby, share the numbers again with me about autism. Where are they at when you as a child to where they're at today as my kids are children?
There weren't a lot of studies when I was a kid, but the best studies, and really the only studies out there are 2 studies. One shows a rate of about 1 in 10,000, another about 1 in 1,500. And then, there are other estimates in between. Today, it is 1 in every 36 kids, according to CDC. I want to say one other thing, relevant to the point you just made. In 1963, my uncle awarded John F. Kennedy the highest civilian honor to Francis Kelsey. Francis Kelsey was a young scientist at NIH who came in and objected to the panel having approved thalidomide for American children. All the scientists of that day, they were doing it in Europe, all the scientists of that day and the scientific panels that worked for the agency approved, green-lighted thalidomide. She stood up and screamed and fought and risked her job and risked her reputation, and she blocked it in our country. 3 years later, everybody recognized that she was a hero and a savior of our children, because we were not getting the kind of terrible, diabolical deformities as they were experiencing in Europe. My uncle gave her the highest civilian honor because she questioned science and was courageous enough to stand up and say, I don't care what happens to me, this cannot happen.
And irony is that she was a Democrat at that time and she questioned science. But now all of a sudden, because you're working for Republicans, you're not allowed to question science. Let's go back to this and say let's just use a number of 1 in 10,000 at your age. Now, we're a little bit different in age. I'm not going to say how old you are, but you look great for your age. I will say that 1 in 36, that's not a pandemic, then what is? 1 in 36, and it used to be 1 in 10,000 have autism now? Can any of you guys with a straight face say that we shouldn't look at every aspect to what we're putting in our kids, be it from the food to the vaccines? 1 in 36. That scares the living daylights out of me. With 6 kids, I could have 36 grandkids. I'm just doing the math. I'm the youngest of 7. My family seems to be pretty active in that area. So I'm not necessarily trying to be funny, but I'm being very serious, guys. We should support the fact that Bobby's questioning it. He's not saying he's against it. He's saying he's going to question it and let the studies follow where they will. And God bless you for doing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.